Hi friends. Now friends, when we are preparing for our CAT examination, I believe that we are overwhelmed and we tend not to think about other examinations which are somewhere around CAT examination. Now definitely CAT is one of the important examinations, but it is not only the important examination. Now other than CAT, we have plenty of examinations which I believe if not equally, but they are not less important as compared to CAT examination. Now, one of the examinations which, in my opinion, is a very important examination after CAT is XAT examination. So, friends, today we are going to talk about XAT 2024. Now, why we are conducting this session today before CAT examination, because we don't want any one of you to forget about XAT examination. We are not asking you to switch your gears and start preparing for that immediately. No, this is not our intention. But we just want all of you to keep this important examination in your mind. So once your CAT exam is over on 26th of November, at that point in time, you can switch your gears and start focusing for that examination, right? So friends, in this session, we'll be talking about some of the important things about XAT 2024. We'll be looking at what happened in the last year, what was the paper pattern, what all different elements will be there in XAT examination, probably for which you'll have to prepare something extra. So we'll be focusing on most of the elements of XAT examination that will enable you to at least have some information about this exam, and when you will be starting your preparation for that, then it will be easier for you to understand this examination. Also, we'll be talking about some of the important dates related to that, and I'll also be giving you a basic preparation strategy uh, to prepare and to do good in that exam. All right. Good afternoon, Rishabh. Yes, Rishabh, now only 55 days are left for that examination. I understand that, but we have given this title. So 55 देखने में अजीब लगता है ना, तो इसलिए हमने 60 लिख दिया. So you can consider 55 days for that. Okay, so never mind. It's absolutely fine. Gantla is asking, hi sir, actually I'm thinking of this topic from a few days. Can I clear that exam in 2 months or not? Yes, Gantla, you can easily clear XAT 2024 in the next 2 months. But like if you will dedicate 100% of your time towards that preparation, yes, it will be possible. Okay, but before that, you must understand about the different dynamics of this examination. Okay, so this is why we are conducting this session before CAT examination. All right. So friends, welcome once again on the YouTube channel. I'm Gaurav Gupta, and like I told you that today we'll be discussing something about XAT 2024. So let's quickly begin this session. First of all, XAT is Xavier's aptitude test, which is conducted by XLRI, which is in Jamshedpur. So XLRI is one of the renowned MBA or B schools of the country, which offers MBA in two different specializations: business management and human resource management. So these are the two flagship programs of XLRI, which conducts XAT, Xavier's aptitude test, every year in the month of January. Now, this time, the examination date for XAT will be 7th of January 2024. The registration are still open, and the last date to register for XAT examination will be 30th November 2023. Okay. Now, admit cards, as far as these are concerned, not a very important date, but yes, still you will be downloading your admit cards. So, 20th December onwards, you can download your admit cards. So, two important dates. First of all, the registration date. It will end on 30th of November 2023. So, yes, you still have time left to apply for that. Also, the examination date is like well after CAT examination. So, you will get more than 1 month to prepare for that once CAT examination is over. All right. So examination date for that is 7th of January 2024. Now, a lot of you are asking different things. So yes, I'll be answering to all your queries. Do not worry at all. So Prayas, you are asking how much time is required to ace decision making. Now, Prayas, I'll be talking definitely. I'll be talking about a decision making section in this session, as well as we will be having different sessions which will be completely dedicated for the for the preparation of decision making. Okay. Now, how much time is required? So it totally depends on person to person. So if a person has good reading skills, good analytical skills, okay, if the person have a good reasoning skill as well, then it will not take more than 10 days to completely prepare for decision making section. Okay. For an average student, if I talk about, 15 to 20 days will be enough. What you need to do is you need to look at the decision making section from the last few years to understand this section, and then a week's practice will be enough to ace this particular section. All right. So friends, these are the important dates. Now let's talk about XAT 2023 paper pattern to understand what all things will be there in XAT 2024. Okay. Now, XAT 2023 in total, it comprised 105 questions divided into three parts. Okay, the second part I'll not consider it as any question. So this was some experiment kind of thing that was done the last time in XAT 2023. So let's talk about the entire XAT 2023. What actually happened in XAT 2023? So total of 105 questions were there. Okay, now the entire paper XAT 2023 was divided in three parts. Part number one, it comprised of three different sections that we'll have to attempt. We'll be talking about these sections in detail. Do not worry at all. One of these sections in part number one was verbal ability and logical reasoning. So unlike CAT examination, here logical reasoning will be the part of verbal ability. All right. Another section was decision making, and the third section was quantitative ability and data interpretation. So again, unlike that, when logical reasoning and data interpretation, it is one section. Here, logical reasoning is a part of verbal ability and data interpretation is a part of quantitative ability. All right. Okay. Now for this part, a total of 175 minutes were given and there was no sectional time limit. All right. So there was no sectional time limit. Let's look at a few questions. So Akash Roy, first 5 years of gap in poor acats, can I into Excel? Please guide, sir. Okay. So Akash, I don't know how do you define poor acats. Okay, but understand one thing that to get into XLRI, first of all you will have to clear XAT examination. So there are two important things that you will have to do for XAT. All right. You'll have to clear the first part, like I'm explaining. So whatever comes in that examination, I'll not say two things, but overall, if you will look at, if you are looking forward for an admission to XLRI, okay. So the first step is to crack that examination, number one. The second step is to crack the group discussion, personal interview, or basically the second round of selection procedure. All right. If you are good in both these things, then even if with below average academic records and some gap, you will be able to still crack XLRI. All right. So please don't lose your hopes, but I would not keep you in dark. The chances are very less. It all depends on your XAT score. Just score above 99 percentile in XAT and perform tremendously in the second stage of selection procedure. Okay. Now, continuing talking about XAT 2023 paper pattern. So part number one was having three sections: verbal ability, logical reasoning, decision making, and quantitative ability and data interpretation. The total time given was 175 minutes with no sectional time limit. Yes, so total 175 minutes were given to you. You can switch among the sections whenever you want to. All right. Now, the second part was mock keyboard testing. So basically what happened in the years before that, when the students started the third section, in the third section, keyboard is required. All right. So when the students started the third section in which keyboard was required, so they could find out that the keyboard is not working or some of the keys are not functional. So these 5 minutes of time is given so that in case you have any discrepancies or any problems with the keyboard, then you can report this thing, and then you can change your keyboard and start the third part. So this was mock keyboard testing, the new section which was included in part 2 with a time limit of 5 minutes. So you'll be given 5 minutes. You can test your keyboard, each and every key, if it is working fine or not. And then after that, you can enter the third part. Now the third part comprises of two things: general knowledge and essay writing. All right. So this particular third part had 25 questions of general knowledge, and then you will have to write one essay. You can do it in any sequence, but a total of 30 minutes will be given to you to complete this section. So 25 questions of general knowledge and one topic essay writing. That's it, a total of 30 minutes. So basically, you can say that the total time given for the entire examination was 175 plus 5 plus 30, that is 210 minutes. All right. Now let's look at each and every part of this examination one by one. So that 2023 part 1. So part 1, like I told you, it comprises of three sections: verbal ability and logical ability. The number of questions in this section were 26. Marking scheme was +1 and -1 by 4, and there was no sectional time limit. The second section, decision making, having 22 questions. Again, the same marking scheme with +1 and -1 by 4. The third section being quantitative ability and data interpretation. Okay, now in this section, there were 28 questions with a marking scheme being the same, +1 and -1 by 4 for wrong answer. All right. Now there was one more different thing that was seen as compared to other examinations, but it has been seen in XAT examination previously as well. So this is one different thing. Here there is a negative marking for unattempted questions. So let's say out of these 76 questions that were there, so these 76 questions, you have attempted, let's say 50 questions. All right. Fine. Now, for these 50 questions, there will be either +1 or -1 by 4. All right, because you have attempted this. But you have left 26 questions unattempted. So, for the first 8 unattempted questions, there will not be any kind of negative marking. So, 26 में से 8 remove कर देता हूँ. So, कितना बचा? 18. Now, for these 18 questions, there will be a negative marking of 0.1 marks per question. So, that means you will lose another 1.8 marks for not attempting 26 questions in total. All right, fine. Now, this might create some panic in your mind, and you might think that we should not be leaving the questions unattempted. And in this state of mind, you will tend to over attempt a lot of questions, which will attract a lot of errors and hence a negative marking of 0.25. Now 0.25 is way more than 0.1. Okay, so please don't be in a state of panic. Fine, just attempt whatever number of questions that you want to, and you can leave a lot of questions unattempted. There is no harm in that. Fine. So please don't fall in this trap of negative marking for unattempted questions. Okay, it's always better to attempt only those questions for which you are confident, because negative marking for wrong attempts is way more than, it's even double, it's more than double as compared to the negative marking that will be given to you for unattempted questions. All right, so please do not worry about this negative marking for unattempted questions. I'll be discussing this particular thing in detail in the upcoming sessions. Do not worry at all. Now, one important thing that you must understand, again, unlike CAT examination, in this case, in part number 1, while you are attempting these 3 sections, there is no sectional time limit. So a total of 175 minutes will be given to you, and you can switch between these sections. Also, when you are preparing for CAT examination, you are well prepared for verbal ability, you are prepared for logical ability, you are prepared for quant as well as data interpretation. So these 4 areas are well prepared already, and you just have to focus on decision making. All right, you will have to continue your practice for the other four things, and you will have to build up this section of decision making from the beginning once your CAT examination is over. All right. Okay. Now, before switching to second part, let me take some questions. So, Rishabh, sir, I have given 4 to 5 marks and I cleared the cutoffs of VLR and DM, but facing too much problem in quant. Sir, can you please tell me couple of important topics so that I can clear the quant cutoff? Yes, Rishabh, definitely I'll be talking about all these things, but not in today's session. So, I will present you a lot of data, okay, in the upcoming sessions. So I'll be basically taking sessions on quantitative ability and decision data interpretation. We'll be taking sessions on decision making as well as verbal and logical ability. So we'll be conducting a lot of sessions when it comes to the preparation of XAT. So do not worry at all. But Rishabh, just to quickly answer your question, talking about XAT quant section, fine, the third section, which you can see on your screen. Arithmetic has always been one of the most important areas, followed by algebra. So you need to put more focus on these two areas. Also practice questions on data interpretation, which are calculation intensive. Now calculations, more of percentages, ratios, like these type of calculations. So you can also focus on percentages, percentage equivalence of fractions, percentage calculations, increase, decrease, like these. Okay, you can handle with some big numbers. This year IFT examination will not be there, but you can pick up the questions of previous year paper of IFT as well as XAT examination in order to practice for data interpretation. That will increase your score in this section. All right. Okay. Rishabh, overall, 0.1 marks overall, not section wise, but overall. Atul is asking, sir, please tell us MBA CT exam paper pattern, how much? Okay, so Atul, MHCT examination will not be talking about that in today's section, okay, in today's session. So today we'll be talking about that. Also, MHCT happens after March, okay, so you still have a lot of time, and we have conducted plenty of sessions that you will find on MHCT the last year. On YouTube, you will find the recordings. So just subscribe to BYJU'S exam prep channel and search for MHCT examination. But if you want us to conduct some more sessions, for that, you will probably have to wait for another 1.5 months. And after which we'll be starting the sessions for MHCT. All right, Atul? Okay. Now moving ahead, talking about the second part of XAT 2023 paper pattern. So second part, which was added only the last year, it comprised mock keyboard testing, and just testing the keyboard is the only relevance of this part. There is like no marks will be given to you, no marks will be deducted from your score if you will keep sitting idle in this session. Okay, but I would suggest all of you to check your keyboard even before the first part will start. Okay, so just check for any missing keys, just check if your keyboard is working properly, and in this second part you will be able to type. Okay, so you can test it properly. So do not sit idle, just make sure that you utilize every second that is given in the second part in these 5 minutes. Also, what you can do is uh, you all must be practicing for essay writing at home. So generally हम जो essay writing की practice करते हैं, so we just think over the content, the quality of content, the amount of content. We think on all these lines, okay? But we never think on the speed at which we are typing, right? So whenever you are practicing for essay writing of XAT examination, always make sure that while practicing you are also typing for the same thing. Okay, so what you can do is you can give yourself a topic, give 20 minutes to yourself in total. This 20 minutes will be given to you to think on that topic as well as to type the essay, right? So thinking while you are typing, this particular thing also needs to be practiced, and then only you'll be able to perform well in the actual examination, right? So do not give yourself 30 minutes or 1 hour and think and then write it on a piece of paper. No, you must type your essay while you are thinking. All right. So make sure that you do that. Also, when you are using like when you are typing this essay at home, so you might be using a different keyboard. So it becomes very important to be familiar with the keys of the keyboard that will be given to you at the time of the examination. So these 5 minutes are also crucial from that point of view to get familiarized, to get comfortable while you are typing your essay in the actual examination. So utilize these 5 minutes completely. Okay, just type anything. All right, don't type randomly. Just frame some sentences in your mind and keep typing those sentences in these 5 minutes. That will help you in getting comfortable with the keyboard, and it will definitely increase your typing speed in part number 3. So part number 3, it comprises of two things: general knowledge and essay writing. There will be 25 questions of general knowledge, which I believe can be handled in somewhere around 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, so yes, they can be handled in 7 to 8 minutes, and rest of the time, you can say 17 or 18, 23, 20, 23, 24 minutes will be there with you to write the essay, right? Now, if I talk about last year, XAT 2023, so in XAT 2023, there were three topics of essay that were given, out of which we need to select one of them and write an essay on that topic. So on your screen, you can have a look at the three topics. XAT 2022 was slightly different. There was only one topic given, and you will have to write this essay on that topic. One very important thing that all of you must know: this part number 3 will be evaluated only for those students who have applied for XLRI. So if you are not applying for XLRI, then the part 3 will not play any kind of role. So other than XLRI, there are plenty of colleges that participates in XAT, okay, like SPGen, XIM Bhubaneswar, XISS. So if you are not applying to XLRI, then part number 3 will not play any kind of role when it comes to the admission process for non-XLRI colleges. Part number 3, once again I'm telling you, will be evaluated for only those students who have applied XLRI, who are thinking of taking an admission in XLRI. Okay, so Nali, the word limit will be there. Okay, the word limit definitely will be there. Okay, and you will have to keep yourself under that word limit. Okay, so it will be specified uh, during the examination. Fine. Okay. Now, friends, moving forward, we should be knowing about the different programs offered by XAT or offered by XLRI, I would say. Okay. So when you see these cutoffs are for XLRI, not for any other colleges. Okay. Talking about other colleges, we will be conducting plenty of sessions in which we'll be talking about the admission process as well as the cutoff of those colleges through XAT examination. Okay. Now, for XLRI, the cutoffs are divided in different parts. So first of all, there are two programs: business management and human resource management. Okay. Now, for these two programs, the cutoffs are different for engineers and non-engineers. Okay. Fine. Also, if you are an engineer, then the cutoff will be different for males as well as females. And the same thing is for non-engineers, right? So if I look at one complete row like this. So this is general engineers male. The cutoff for business management, the verbal section is 75, decision making is 75, and quantitative section is 85. Now these are percentiles, not the scores. Now if you ask me to map these things, so it will be difficult because every year different percentiles are achieved at different scores, right? Now, talking about the same category, general engineers males for HRM program. All right. So for HRM, for verbal, the sectional cutoff is 90 percentile. For decision making, it is 75, and for quant, it is 75. If you look at the overall cutoffs for business management, it was 95 for general engineer male and 93 for human resource management program. Generally, you will see that in HRM program, the cutoffs are higher for VA, they are similar for DM, and lower for QA for HRM, right? So HRM में verbal की cutoff ज़्यादा है, decision making it's same, and quant की cutoff कम है as compared to business management program. The same thing you can note it down for general engineers females. for general non-engineers, males as well as females. All right. Now, these sectional cutoffs are actually very easy to obtain in XAT examination. All right. So we'll be talking about all these things in the upcoming sessions. Do not worry at all. These are the cutoffs for the previous year, like before 2023, XAT 2022 cutoffs. So you can just have a glimpse of all these things. But the most important thing was the cutoffs for the last year. All right. So you just keep all these things in mind. Now let's talk about the different colleges which are associated with XAT. So other than XLRI, that you can see here, okay. So XLRI is definitely there in the list, which is situated in Jamshedpur, which is the college that conducts the XAT examination. Other than this, you can have a look at a lot of colleges that participates in XAT. So this is one another thing that makes XAT an important examination to take. Okay, so why do we take CAT examination? Because of the quantity and the quality of colleges. Okay, CAT examination is conducted by IIMs. All right, there are more than 20 IIMs now in the country. So this is the quality of colleges. IIMs are there. Other than IIMs, FMS, MDI, right? A lot of good B schools participates in CAT. Also, it is because of the number of colleges that participates. So in CAT examination, you will see more than 30 colleges which are good, in which like you can look forward to these colleges. Okay. Now same is the case for XAT. XLRI by far is one of the best colleges for human resource management in the country. Okay. The best college for HRM. All right. Also, I can keep XLRI among the top 5 B schools of the country. So I am Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, FMS, and XLRI. Right. So these are the colleges that comes in top 5, top 6 B schools of the country. Okay. So the quality of colleges under that. Also the quantity of good colleges. So as you can see on your screen, you will see some more colleges on the next slide. So LIBA, Loyola Institute of Business Management, which is situated in Chennai, is one very good college. Okay. Other than that, XIM Bhubaneswar, Xavier University, it is again a wonderful college. Okay. XIMR is good college. XISS in Ranchi is good college. Now moving forward, Ford School of Management, New Delhi. Now there are some colleges which will consider CAT as well as XAT scores for their admission process. Okay, so if you could not do well in one examination, you can apply to the same colleges through other examination. So one of the colleges is Goa, Ford School of Management. Another is Goa. Goa Institute of Management considers CAT as well as XAT score. Great Lakes, IIFM. So these are some wonderful colleges that are part of XAT examination as well. IMT Ghaziabad, I'm sure that you must have heard of this college. So this also comes under that. Then IRMA, Institute of Rural Management in Anand. This also considers that scope. Now, another good college is KJ Somaiya in Mumbai, Lal Bahadur Shastri in Delhi, MICA, National Institute of Banking Management, Wellinkar, TAPME, Vellore Institute of Technology. All these are a part of XAT associated institutes. Okay. So there is a never ending list. So I have just picked up some of the colleges and mentioned here. But there are plenty other colleges which participate and consider XAT score for their admission process. All right. So sorry, I'll not say can, but you must consider this examination. All right. So after CAT is over, you can start your preparation. So now let's talk about what should be our study plan for XAT in brief. I'm not talking in detail because we still have CAT examination to go. So first thing which is important is start after CAT examination is over. So you must start preparing for XAT on 27th of November, not before that. Okay, I'm hopeful that all of you must be writing CAT. Okay, so start preparation for XAT examination on 27th of November. Okay, also focus more on decision making. As I've already told you, like two sections are common with CAT examination. So verbal ability, logical ability, and quantitative ability and data interpretation. So everything you will be preparing for CAT examination. So you don't have to study anything new, just have to be familiar with the pattern in which these questions are asked. But decision making is a section which you will have to study from scratch. All right. Another thing that you'll have to study, because I am expecting most of you will not be studying general knowledge, so you'll have to prepare for general knowledge. Also, you'll have to develop some writing skills once CAT examination is over, because general knowledge and essay writing, which was there in part number 3, are some of the important things, or I would say that integral part of XAT examination for the admission to XLRI. All right. Also, once CAT is over, start by writing one of the mocks so that you'll be familiar with the paper pattern. Okay. Then give yourself some gap of 15-20 days in which you'll be preparing for all the different elements of XAT. Okay. And then starting from 20th of December, you must write a mock every 3 days. Do the analysis, work on your mistakes, and improve your errors. All right. So this is the entire study plan. As of now, I can tell you to follow for XAT preparation, and if you'll follow this plan, then definitely XAT examination can easily be cracked. Now, Sonali, you are asking what type of topics comes for writing. So, Sonali, the range is like unlimited. So, from finance, from economics, economy. So, you will see different topics coming up every year. Okay. So, what I suggest you is just type for XAT essays on Google, and you will have 10-15 essays of the last previous years. Okay, just look at those topics and you will understand that there is no particular genre, there is no particular area from which the essay comes in XAT examination. All right. So friends, that is all from my side for the day. Some of the important information I'll leave you with. CAT 2023 crash course is still undergoing, and we have 20 plus PowerPad live sessions in this series of sessions, which we conduct almost on daily basis at 7 p.m. starting 23rd of October. So these sessions are already they have already started on 23rd of October, and plenty of sessions are already being conducted. Okay, so please join us on BYJU'S Exam Prep app as well as YouTube channel to watch all these sessions in the live format. Okay. Now this is the list of our CAT 2022 toppers. I'm sure that you want yourself to be in this list. Also, you can talk to our counselor by using this facility that is available on our application homepage. Now, friends, now it's time to start your preparation for non-CAT examinations as well. You have been preparing for CAT. We at BYJU'S Exam Prep also offers non-CAT test series, right? A non-CAT test series, it will have more than 55 mock papers for non-CAT examinations like SNAP, Narsimunji, XAT, MHCT, TISNET, and many more. Okay, so make sure that you are a part of this non-CAT 2023 test series. Also, other than these mock papers, you will be having 10,000 practice questions, topic-wise tests covering all the subtopics, detailed mock analysis, and video solutions as well. All right, so please enroll for this test series. Also, do not forget to join us on 26th of November for CAT 2023 slot-wise detailed analysis. So I'll wait for all of you to be there for the detailed analysis. That's it from my side, my dear friends. You can follow us on all these social media platforms. Thank you for being a part of this session. We'll catch you once again. Have a wonderful time.